Good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. What's up, my man?
Wow, these fangs are getting destroyed.
Oh, we
I
got.
mean, who? What's that?
We got fangs getting destroyed pre-market.
Did you see? I mean, yesterday we were talking about Google. Little beknownst to me that the Justice Department were opening the doors to an investigation.
Perfect buying opportunity, my friend. Perfect buying.
At some point, was there something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about the cheese grater, guys. Check it out. The new Apple. They've unveiled their new Mac Pro, and it's known now as the cheese grater. Check that thing out, man. You just can't even make this stuff up, man.
Oh.
Apple, you know, it's really hard to believe how quickly something can fall from really they make beautiful products to they just make silver boxes, man. It's incredible. Anyway, head on a swivel, guys. Option trading, all trading is risky. We are absolutely not telling you to buy or sell Apple. We're just giving you ideas, teaching you how to use the Chameleon. If you're on YouTube, click that subscribe button. Yes, man. Join us. Twitter, all my peeps on Twitter. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Love you guys. What do you got for us today, man?
Well, I was actually looking at bearish opportunities in Apple.
Yeah.
There are lots of them in the debit put spreads. I was looking at them. I had it up earlier because all the fangs got whacked yesterday. Apple, the least of them. But, you know, Apple's been doing a good job in the media playing how they are for, you know, protecting data. They are the data protectors.
Apple privacy. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they also control the apps people view. You know, they are very restrictive in what people can do on their phones. So,
yep.
It's interesting. And if they have one data breach within that entity, it could be I mean, we've talked about this in the past, but I too watched, you know, they're getting rid of iTunes as well.
Yeah, I know. They're just dividing it up into different apps, basically.
Seems, you know, that Mac Pro is like $6,000 too.
Yeah, well, I didn't even get into that. Yeah, the Mac Pro itself is $6,000, and that's starting, by the way. That's with like, you know, one processor.
I mean,
500 gig, you know, no data storage.
Seems,
I mean, you know, that's yeah.
To me, it seems completely the wrong way. Like
if you want supposedly the top one, if you want fully loaded, it's $26,000.
Like put in the iPhone. I mean, and you've talked about this a lot. Put in the iPhone on your eyeballs with glasses, which looked cool.
Yep,
would have been a great for $2,000. Would have been a huge winner. Selling a desktop
for $6,000,
$5,000. It seems like, are you going to sell any? I mean, who's buying that?
Yeah, honestly, the only people buying it are movie producers, basically people who are doing movies and stuff.
I mean, you know, part of me hates that I'm so attached to my iPhone because I don't use, you know, most of my laptops are, you know, I have right now a Hewlett Packard. I have a Dell. You know, it's not.
You're used to spending $500 on a computer.
Yeah, I mean the app. I'm just not a huge fan of the Apples. Are
yeah.
you?
I mean, they do. The nice thing, they do have a beautiful display that you can purchase along with this, and the display is another $6,000.
What do you mean a display? You mean a LCD
monitor,
screen?
A screen. Yeah, a screen.
That's it. What you're saying? It's $11,000 for the combination.
Oh no, the combo's like it's like 10,000 something. Yeah. And dude, that's the base model. Would you ever buy? Have you? Well, you do buy base computers, but you don't buy base computers, dude. They barely work. You need to upgrade. Like I'm sitting in front of a $3,000 Mac, but dude, I had to upgrade the RAM, all sorts of stuff, just to make it like a really good computer. I mean, dude, it's the type of thing. You've spent $3,000. What are you gonna do? You're gonna not spend the extra, you know, $800 to upgrade your RAM? I mean, of course you. So you just go down this path of what was $5,000 now is, you know, $13,000.
Wait, so you're saying you're gonna buy this computer?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely not. Not unless you know, the money train comes in. Who knows? You never know, man. Hey, dude, if I had unlimited money, of course I would buy this. Yes, I would buy it fully loaded.
Even though you're looking at it and you're laughing about it, the quality of the design,
yes,
Apple is so far ahead of any other computer, that's the one you'd want.
No. They're not very far ahead. They're not far ahead. No. Dude, you can buy a comparable PC for probably what, a third of the price. It's all bits and bytes and chips, man. You can get the same quality, the same level of performance on a PC
All right. Well, that's the
for
first.
less,
Listen,
a whole lot less.
until the jockeys, the CEOs of these companies, get in front of Congress and start speaking, this is just going to be in the news, and it's going to be consistently pounded on negatively. I understand in Massachusetts, your presidential hopeful Elizabeth Warren has billboards being put up. Break up big tech.
Ugh.
They are against humanity. Yep. So those billboards are going up. So this is just going to be a pile on.
I'm still waiting for everybody to tell me where the harm is. They challenged our democracy. Come on, dude.
All right. Anyways,
we'll buy into that fully.
Well, give free a chance. Give free a chance is all I'm saying. Everything for free. We'll start with free. What was it described as? That tweet you sent out that I thought was so humorous. Free. It was a free.
Oh no, free food, dude. The free food.
No, but the description, it wasn't just free food. It was described as a forest. It was a food
right.
forest.
They were retake the city of. It was somewhere outside of Atlanta, right?
It was Atlanta. Yeah, it was in Atlanta.
They had a big piece of property that they were going to let forest or reforest it with fruit trees as a free farm community where anybody in the neighborhood could walk in and just eat.
And they showed a. They showed a
person literally at an apple tree, like
biting an apple.
Dude, I can't see that being wrong. I mean, dude, did we not learn anything from the tragedy of the commons, dude? Come on, man. This is Econ 101. Like, seriously, go back to school if you don't know anything.
Give free a chance. They're still working on it in Venezuela, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's insane that the top politicians in the United States of America can't agree that free is a terrible model. To give away stuff is terrible. It's terrible for everybody, and that we don't see that is
it's funny
absolutely
because
insane. The only people who should be given free stuff are parents to children. That's it. Period. That's it.
Well, that's what the model's trying to do.
Ugh.
They're trying to, treat us like children.
Big Brother's your parent, man, and you give them free stuff. Oh my God, dude. I mean, do you want your 30-year-old living in the house with you? Because that's what you get when you give them free stuff all the time. That's what you get. Is that what we want the American public to be? Bunch of 35-year-olds smoking weed and sleeping on our couch, man. Come on, dude.
Should we look at the weed stocks right now?
All right, enough chit chat, man. Bring us some data, man.
No, the other one. I mean, Facebook was big mover yesterday, down 7.5%. Still, until this thing breaks and they get in front of Congress, I would want to stay on the short side of these. And no one's going to short the stock because you could have some ups and downs. But playing the options, lots of opportunities in Facebook with the theoretical edge, the win rates, the cushion to the upside if it goes against you for a while. And this is where you profit if it stays here. If it goes lower, you're probably going to do better. So Facebook, Microsoft was also down on the news, down 3%. They're even going to go after Microsoft, which has had an amazing run, by the way, an amazing run. Yep. So,
well, I mean, you just look at a company that was able to weather the storm. I mean, and if there was anybody who was a monopoly, it was Microsoft, right? And through wise counsel and good moves, Microsoft weathered the storm very, very well, right?
They've given
make money, yes, but where does the government do that, or do that well in any way? I love the freemium model. We here at Market Chameleon do freemium. Get on there, guys. MarketChameleon.com. It's free to use. But if you want the high-end stuff, it's not free, right? That's the way we do it. It's a great model.
That's how it works.
But they prefer let's just do free everything free. What's wrong with free?
Well, then when it goes bad, like the loans that have been given out for years, which were structured in a way that people couldn't, it's the one loan in the marketplace, these student loans that
Yeah,
when
you
they
can't get
set
away
them
with.
up,
Yep.
huh?
You can't
They set them up so
bankrupt
they
them out of existence.
couldn't bankrupt them out of existence, which allowed so the banks would give the money, but it was a government program.
Yeah.
And they sold these things to kids. I mean, I've read stories. I mean, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know." And I understand. It's like giving a kid a credit card, right?
Absolutely.
And all of a
But the
sudden,
good thing is the credit card, you can bankrupt yourself back to
yeah,
zero.
exactly.
Right.
You can reset when you haven't learned. I mean, it's going to cost you, but these loans, it's impossible to reset.
Yeah.
Which may be the place to start is, allowing, partial bankruptcies or, something like that. But, it's but no one's going to be going to school if they do that. Cause
yeah. I mean, that's the scary thing for the whole system, isn't it?
But I read a story the other day.
Well, just put it this way. Imagine if student loans were no longer backed by the U.S. government. What would happen then? What if we allowed the free market to work? Guess what would happen? Prices of schools is dropping through the floor, man.
Eventually, a lot will go bankrupt. But I read it.
As they should, man. As they should. Garbage schools should go bankrupt.
A woman, first generation. This was yesterday. It was in the paper. First generation to college. She got a full ride to a state university.
Yep.
It was like East, and it wasn't like Tennessee Chattanooga. It was like East Tennessee.
Community college
or something. Yeah, it was like a smaller state school in Tennessee, but full ride, right?
Yeah.
Her guidance counselor convinced her to go to a private school with these loans, and they pack. Who knows if these guidance counselors are getting kickbacks?
Wow, dude.
But she went to this school, and again, it wasn't like it's not like she went to Wesleyan or Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, it was again just another private school in the South. She's like. And now she has to get. Then she went to get her master's.
$150,000 in debt, $200,000 in debt.
No, she's like $500,000 in debt and working as a receptionist somewhere. I was like, "What is going on?"
I mean, the only way I actually work with a guy who had the option. He got like a full ride to University of Virginia, good school, but he also got into Harvard. And that I was like, for his master's, and I was like, that's tough, man. That's a tough call, because I do believe there's value, like you said, for a Harvard, a Brown, a top.
Part of it is the connections. I would say it's not worth the debt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you do the research of anyone who's taken out, I mean, a lot of those schools pay for you to go.
Absolutely.
If you're below, a certain mean. Where do we go?
Dude, this is enough chit chat, man. Holy cow, we went down a chit chat bandwagon, dude. What are we doing, man?
Right now. Anyways, the big one I would choose here, it encompasses a lot of the FANGs plus an overall market exposure, is the QQQ. Remember, you slide down the summary side of the details page, or Google, or the A shares in Google. You also have Cisco, Intel in there, but the big ones. You can't right now. There were no opportunities with any edge in in Google or Amazon to short. So that's you could get them in the QQQs, a big chunk. So did a screen of the QQQ. Let's hope they're still there. Lots of opportunities to get short in the QQQ with the theoretical edge, win rates, cushion. If the stock goes higher, or in this case, the ETF, and return if it sits here, if it goes down. I mean, you have almost 23 pages.
So I know you're looking at the bears, but I look at it as buying opportunities.
I look at it, dude. I look at it as the trade. I agree. Sometimes it's going to be a buying opportunity. Like if you listen to me, I have my point of reckoning. The bears could pile on. This could be this. The news was just out yesterday. I'm not saying, in this sense, I'm saying sell the news and then wait till they actually put their faces in front of the camera.
Yep.
And at that point, you're going to get some rationalization and what's going on in the marketplace. And you're going to hear these politicians speak to them, and it's going to sound like elementary school children speaking to what these guys are, professionals who run their businesses. And it's going to, make it look like a clown show. And these stocks will, at that
Will
point,
surge.
have found one day in, they haven't found their bottom is all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to give this some time. I agree.
And that's what we got comment coming in from ZE. He's saying the same thing, man. It's ridiculous. They're getting pounded like this.
And that's why you play the options, because you're going to have some back and forth and trying to short the stock. Forget about it. No one can do that in their account. So this gives you some opportunities. Anyways, Tiffany, just to go through the news today, Tiffany reported, I mean, just be aware of it. It seemed like the earnings, and this may have just been, listen, if anyone who doesn't know, I am a glass half full guy. So I was all in at this as this earnings were coming in. They all seemed good. Well, as it's tailing off, Tiffany's earnings didn't look so good this morning. They hit on their numbers, but their revenue missed.
Yep.
So, they're not selling as much at the high end. Just be aware of that. We can take a look.
Was it not selling enough to the high end, or was it just not selling enough?
Just the revenue wasn't enough.
Revenue.
Well, Tiffany's a high-end jeweler. I mean, they don't have a low-end operation.
Of course they do, dude. You've never checked out. You've never been in, bro. Of course they do, dude. They got the $99 stuff, so you can get the box, basically.
They'll sell pins. I don't disagree. Yeah. No, they didn't break it down to sales over $1 million. At least I didn't see that. But, into the store, it's just most people would view Tiffany as how the high end's doing, how the high end market. But you got a good point. How many little $99 products just because you get the Tiffany box did they not sell?
Sure.
Go through the report today. That's your job.
That's my job.
Enough going on today. Find that out. That's interesting. You're breaking down Tiffany into the little $99.
Hey man, you gotta have the full range. Look, I work, dude. You know this. I was a professional jewelry store guy for years, man. It's part of my history.
Here goes. Listen to the Costa Rican experience for those moments in time.
That and selling steak were my two best jobs ever, man.
Looking at my left hand ring finger, I still have a fine piece of work that you put together for me.
I forgot about that, man.
I can't take it off anymore. It's like locked. It's like chiseled.
The finger has grown around it.
It's funny. One of my kids' dad said the other day, "Dad, that ring looks like it could never come off." It's actually right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm starting to have a mini panic attack. I was like, I don't think it can come off, kids.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Hey,
my finger going to fall off?
Head on dude, you should take it off. Go to the jeweler. They can stretch it, man.
That's coming from a jeweler. That's
just
good
slightly.
Advice. Anyways, Tiffany, if you want to pile on and think this stock may have some more downside in it, theoretical edge, win rates, cushion if it goes higher, return if it sits here. It's going to do better if it goes lower. Your beloved Tesla. I mean, we talked about this spot here yesterday. I was listening to a chartist last night. I don't know if it was on CNBC, wherever he was. And he was talking that we've talked about. This is just a point where you could get a nice bounce here off these lows.
Well, or it sinks deeper, right? That was your concern.
Well, yeah, no,
was this thing breaks through again, that bottom
with theoretical edge, win rates. I guess that the 101 time it's not going to work for you, but it's 100% win rate right here. Downside.
Head on a swivel, guys. Be careful out there.
Always be careful. But
I am starting to lean towards Tesla is in the best position for the driverless car delivery system debate that we are
actually now that we are on Tesla, and this is not what I was thinking about, but I spoke to I was at a large. By the way, anyone out there who wants to see the craziest investment I've ever seen, it's called Spooky Nook. It's almost 1 million square feet of indoor athletic space. AstroTurf.
Oh, that was what that picture was? I was like, wow, who has that sick gym like that?
Yeah. I mean, it was 30 basketball courts. It was for a basketball tournament. It's this warehouse.
What's it called?
Spooky Nook.
Spooky Nook.
That's either the road it was on. It's in Lancaster County.
Oh, okay.
Right near Lancaster. So in the middle, anyone who knows Pennsylvania, it's got a wonderfully large Amish population, which adds to its uniqueness. Lots of farm. I mean, most farmland in Pennsylvania. Really sends a lot of food to, well, the whole Northeast. But very interesting spot. But I mean, there were teams from all over the country. But I mean, imagine the cost to get this thing done. I looked online. It was like $30 million. The numbers being tossed around
To build that thing out?
to build it out after they purchased the property. And they also have a big dome on the property. But I mean, when you look at it, it's Lancaster County. I mean, other than people coming in for the weekends,
Yeah.
it's not like rec sports are going to pay, the note on it. But as I dug deeper, the owner is the guy who founded, or what you see, cousin of the woman who founded Auntie Anne's Pretzels.
Ah, nice.
And they sold that out for,
They sold it out and decided to invest in basketball courts.
People make money, and then they're like, what do I do with this money? And so always head on a swivel.
Wow.
Head
Careful,
on a swivel. Not only that, but he built like a big hotel attached
Oh,
to
my
it.
God, dude. Hey, you were
Yeah.
there, man. How much did it cost for that weekend for the kid playing in the tournament? How much was that?
I think it was probably $120.
A night hotel type of thing?
Yeah. And
Okay.
we weren't the hotel itself. If you stayed at the main hotel, was probably like $300.
Oh, wow.
That was a premium. We stayed off site.
Well, maybe the money's
but
at the hotel. Who knows?
It was as a parent, anyone who went to the event, unless you were a coach or a player, you had to pay $25 at the door
Right.
for the weekend. You had to pay $10 for parking.
Yep.
And then they had concessions. I mean,
All that stuff should be free. Why? Why should somebody be able to make money? I believe in nonprofits, Will.
yeah.
Dude,
Sports
can you
have
imagine
moved
how
away.
hard? $35 million investment. How many parking tickets do you need to sell, dude, to get that money back?
A lot.
A lot.
I stopped doing the numbers in my head on my third cup of coffee.
Hey,
first day.
take a quick peek. Got it in the chat. VRA.
You asking me? to
Vera
look at a
Bradley.
stock?
Yeah. We got an inquiry. VRA. You see any numbers on that bad boy? V as in Victor, R as in Ralph.
That's a
A as in
retailer,
Adam.
right?
Yeah.
I tell you, my girls love the product. You know what this product is, right? Fancy. Well, I say fancy. Nicely designed bags and clothing.
Okay.
I don't know. It's at a midpoint. Let's see if there's an. I mean, just looking at it, I would look at it from the bullish side. In a bearish market.
Bearish market. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's coming up or something.
Well, let's go to the earnings, buddy. Yes, June 5th.
Ooh.
Straddle's implying a 14%
All right, Chess. Be
move.
careful out there, man. There may be some inside info there. Very
What do you mean
interesting.
inside in? What do you mean? What are you talking inside info?
Hey, man. People making calls, buying the calls, coming into earnings. You know the way this happens,
Well, no,
man.
the calls have been bullish forever. I mean, people are taking shots on this stock rather than buying the stock.
Those, man, everybody get your head on a swivel, man. There's the disclaimer. Everybody be careful out there. Don't
You know
listen
what,
to me. Definitely don't listen to Will. And
We've
don't
done
listen
enough
to
for
Chess, man. That's for sure.
I could just go on and on. This show takes up too much of my time. I apologize.
Chess
too
is
much
saying it's a
chit-chat.
short squeeze opportunity, so be careful out there, man. Head on a swivel. If you are on the YouTube, guys, remember, click that subscribe button. Chess, click that subscribe button. Catch us every morning live. If you are on the Twitters, man, love you guys. We're blowing up. Twitter's being great to us, man. Love the Twitter.
Do you?
I love it, dude. Are you kidding me? Never ending, man. Never ending.
How come
awesomeness.
Twitter wasn't on the tech attack? It's not big enough, I guess. They don't want to.
I
break
love
up
Edward saying
the
you
Twitters.
cannot share inside information. Trust me, there's absolutely zero insider information going on.
I'll give you some inside information. My kids love the bags.
They love the
That's
bags, man.
insider information.
Love the bags.
They do.
Just ride
Every
those
time they
bags
see one
all
of
the way
those
to
bags.
zero.
Daddy, can we buy one of those bags? Ugh.
And what does Daddy say?
Yes. We've got like a closet full of VRA bags.
Oh, hey, there you
they're
go, guys. That's inside info right there. All right, have a great day trading, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Later.
Stay safe and away from the bags, people.